Right, so we are back down the river that we were at previously, as I didn't catch a fish, and I'm very annoyed with that, but we'll go back down now and see what we can get. And I just wanted to do a quick little talk about, you know, me basically. As you probably already have noticed, I don't have teeth, and the reason for that is, as most of us who have had a pretty tough upbringing, we've all dealt with our fair share of, trigger warning by the way, addicts. I was an addict for a while, and I didn't look after myself basically. Came from a pretty rough upbringing. I was bullied a lot as a kid, so it didn't turn out too well when I got into my adult life, and I kind of rebelled against life itself when I started taking drugs and suffered with a lot of mental health issues, as I still do, but they're under control right now. So yeah, that's basically why I don't have any teeth. And to answer the question that you're probably asking right now, the reason why I don't wear dentures is for the simple fact that I have got a very, very bad gag reflex. And when I put dentures in, I end up basically choking up and ecking more than I am talking. And that's very annoying for a person like me who likes to talk. So that's that. As for everything else, if there's any questions, anything about Crohn's disease, anything about being an addict, anything about mental health, I'm a guy that will talk about it freely if I'm asked a question about it. So feel free to drop a comment, and if you have any questions, I'll answer them as quickly as I can. On a positive note though, which I do like to be, I'm more of a positive guy. I do like to make a positive thing out of a bad situation. It's who I am, and I try and put good twists on things and try and make it a bit of a laugh, and try and, you know, basically make it easy on myself and others, because let's face it, you don't want to be depressed all the time. So, you know, there's always positives to look at in every day. You've just got to really look for them, and sometimes they can be the smallest of things. But anyway, as for where we are today, we are back at the same river that we were at yesterday. I will show you again once I can get this camera to turn around. Here we are, back down here. We're going to keep giving it a crack, and I'm not going to stop until I catch a couple of fish with a couple of takes on camera and a couple of fish in the net that I can show. And yeah, so we'll leave it as that, and I'll see you when I turn the GoPro on. So before I get cracking with the fishing, as you can see, I have my handy little helper with me again today. But also, this is the fly. I'm not sure how good you can see that on the GoPro, but it's a Parachute Adams. We're going to see how that goes for now, and obviously I'll have a look at the water, see what I can find. If I see any bugs that are different, I'll switch them out and we'll go from there. But just wanted to do a quick show and tell of the fly that I'm using, and yeah, we'll get into it if I get any action, guys.
Even if you don't.
So we've just seen another 2 fish rise in this little spot by us, so I'm going to try and get, again, I know that I'm casting downriver, which is not ideal, but what I'm trying to do is get as good a cast as I can so I don't spook anything. At the minute we are moving down, or we will be moving down, but right now we're just going to see if we can get this little one to take. It's only a small fish, it's not a big one. We'll see what happens. Thought I'd turn the camera on now just to show it a little bit. I've left a little bit of slack in the line simply because I know it's going downriver and I don't want to have too much of a tight line. The only problem is I'm causing a bit of drag, which again is just me being an absolute arse crack. But I suppose I will learn as I go along. Right, so it's been a while since I even turned the camera on, because I've just been getting very defeated by not finding anything. I'm not getting nothing rising. I've tried changing to a nymph, and I tried nymphing for a little while and that didn't work. But I just switched to a 2-dropper now, so I got 3 dry flies on. I know it's probably not the ideal thing to do, but I'm testing it to see if anything is happening. And we just had a rise off one of the flies a second ago, so I'm hoping that if I wait a little while and just let the flies drift past him, maybe he'll come back up for it again. But he only took off it once, but they seem to have switched on a minute. They started rising a bit more, so I'd probably seen that on camera then. And I know this is not the ideal scenario where I'm drifting it downriver again, but I've tried coming upriver towards these, and these are so fucking difficult to catch, these fish. They are very difficult fish to catch, so I've sort of just left a little bit of line out and leaving it drift in the off chance that he rises up and takes it again. But he's already hit it once and I completely missed him because I'm an absolute arse crack. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. I can't have it my way all the time, which I never do, as you could probably tell by the rest of my videos. I very rarely catch fish, but when I do, oh, my fucking flies are turned over. Fuck's sake, yeah. Now I'm going to be false casting over the top, and that is going to piss that fucking fish off. Every single one of them is turned over on me. Ah, man, I just can't fucking catch a break. Cannot catch a break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off again, and if I see him or anything, I'll turn it back on. But at the moment I'm feeling very defeated. Right, so this is how determined I am to try and catch a fish, because this place is defeating me. It's early morning. It's just coming up to around about 6 o'clock, and I thought I can't pluck anything out late at night, so we're going to give it a shot early morning, see what happens. It may be a little bit too late for the early morning. I'm going to give it a crack because I hate being defeated by something, and this river is starting to feel like it's defeating me, this little area, so we'll see what happens. So I'm going to carry on. So we've moved around a little bit, but I'm not seeing any activity on the surface. I don't know whether I've come too late and missed the hatch or what. I have no idea, but I've put a very small fly on to try and see if anything would rise up for it. I think I've walked up and down the stretch a little bit now just to have a little look around to see if there was anything about, and there was maybe 1 or 2 rises that I spotted, but as of constant activity there isn't much, which I'm a little confused about because I did come here early. I came here just after sunrise, so I don't know, but I thought I'd try it early morning, see what I could pull out, if I could pull out anything at all. and clearly it looks like this area may just have defeated me. And as I said, if it has defeated me, I really don't like the idea that I get defeated by an area. I do try my best to catch in it. I do try my best to do what I can, because I like to move on to the next area after catching at least one. And I haven't caught any on this stretch. I have caught fish in the past, but it's nothing that's nothing to write home about really. I'm not sure if you can hear with a bit of a wind, because I'm walking into the wind. It shouldn't be too bad, but I've walked about 1.5 miles down this river, trying different spots, trying different flies, seeing if I can read the water a bit better, and we've not had a single take, a single rise, a single bit of interest. So I'm not one that likes to say that I've been defeated, but this river has defeated me. So I'm going to make my way back to the car, go home, regather my thoughts, try and think of what to do. I may take the chance of coming back down later on in the evening just to see if I do get something, because I'm not far away from catching in the evenings. I just think my presentation is what's causing me a problem. But we have changed rods. We've switched out to the 8 footer. The leader's only about 8 foot, which I may have to change at some time, but right now there's no knots in it, nothing, so we're gonna crack on and see what happens. So yes, speak to you very soon. So unfortunately another 3.5 hours out and nothing. I did see a few rising. I tried to land the fly on their heads, but they just weren't having any of it. So it's not always going to be the fish, it's not always going to be the weather. At some stage you're going to have to look at it and say, well, maybe it's you. And I do think it was me, to be fair. But anyway, we're not going to give up. We are going to come back to this spot, but I'm going to give it a break. I think maybe go somewhere else, do another video somewhere else and see what happens. But we will come back to this area. We will give her another shot. I'm not going to give up. I will definitely catch a fish here and get the take on camera and show you guys. And yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go home because I am very, very tired, and I think my Crohn's is starting to play up. So